Hey, what's up, Aries? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Robin, and this is my channel, AriesFireTarot. So guys, thanks for joining me. I'm doing a bonus read for March 2020. So this is a reading I just do in addition to my regular readings. Like I do a monthly, and then I do a star guide, and I also do a wealth reading. So I found this reading called The Mother Wound, and I think it's going to really help a lot of people maybe release negative energy and understand like maternal intentions or whatever. And this could be really helpful, especially if you have a challenging or no relationship with your like mother figure. So let's keep in mind here, like I know that some people just don't, you know, due to some circumstances, you know, your mother wasn't in your life at all. So just keep in mind that I'll be reaching out to the energetic like spirit of your maternal lineage to be able to do this reading for you. So it's kind of an intense one, you guys, but it is intended to you know, do some karma clearing. So anyway, I hope this resonates, and I hope it does help, guys. But keep in mind, it's a general read. I'm using the Good Tarot to do this deck, to do this reading, and we'll jump right in. That's my style, you know. I like to just get right into the reading. So let's have a look here. A message from your maternal grandmother. So this is going to be your mom's mom. Okay, so I feel like that's good, and I'm being guided to do a deck cut for you guys. So we have the, interestingly enough, the Two of Air. So the message from your maternal grandmother is saying it's time to decide on a path, you guys. With the Two of Air, this talks about maybe being in some sort of limbo in your mind and maybe kind of touching on a couple different paths, you know, and should I do this and should I do that? And maybe you've been like really like dancing in the breeze about things, or you can't make up your mind about yourself or the people around you or what career path to take, or there's something going on where you just need to firmly decide on it and go after it. Okay, so this is a pretty I think this is a really incredible message, like, and honestly, your ancestors are always around you. So that's why I really wanted to do this reading, because your maternal ancestors, like your divine feminine genealogy coming in to help you. Anyway, I think this is just a fascinating card. They're just saying basically, pull your socks up, kind of get with it, you know who you are. Why are you not making that decision? Really look deep inside yourself and see what needs to be resolved and move forward. So the next card is, what lesson do I have to learn because of my mother? So we have the Queen of Fire here. So the Queen of Fire, she's somebody that is very like, she's a forward moving person, you know, and she really likes to take care of other people. So I'm really getting this sense here that, okay, you could be caring for other people a little bit more, as well as yourself. You know, you could be doing more for other people. Maybe you pulled back from doing things for people. Just a sec, guys. Hold on. I just needed a quick sip of tea. So anyway, the guides keep talking to me, you know, whether I'm talking or not. So they're saying, like, strike a balance between taking care of other people and yourself, you know. See, there's sort of a stop and start. There's a lukewarm and then a burning hot. And that kind of coincides with, you know, what the grandmother message is here. So the lesson you can learn here, maybe you had a mother, whether you knew her or not, that really just went all in on something or did nothing at all. And then that kind of was a pattern that you observed, right? And it could be on anything, right? Depending on who you are. It could be the emotional thing. It could be working too hard. It could be like getting involved with other people. Like, you know what? And I'm seeing some of your mothers may have like worked out excessively, you know, and then really, really gone hard and then dropped into a heap, and then, you know, needing a certain amount of recuperative time. So this is saying, like, really to strike a balance here. So far what I'm seeing here, Aries, for you is to really like learn how to stand in your own power and do things that really serve you the best, So the third card is going to look at a message from higher angels for you guys. And this is the Empress card. So like the angels want you to know that there is something new coming into your life. You could have been through like mass indecision. You could still be facing it. Like you don't know which way on your path to go. You might not have had, I don't know, an example or a great example, or you could have had a troubled maternal figure. But the Empress is coming in and she's saying, you know, there's something, it's kind of like there is a gift to be given out of all of this, and there's like a new softness coming in for you, an understanding possibly, and being able to move forward and start your life over again. And it's going to come as a result of sort of making a decision where you stand for yourself, and maybe looking at, you know, the women in your life, whether they're related to you or not, because someone other than your parent could have had a big influence on you. And they're saying that, you know, you can learn from that and sort of bring forward this new beautiful opportunity for yourself. So just have a little bit more patience with yourself. If you're still dancing in a decision, then, you know, there's some clarity coming in for you. I need to write that down. So the Empress really talks about giving birth to a new opportunity. You know, for some of you, it could be also adding to your family. So just really stay tuned to that, you guys. The best quality I inherited from my mother. The Six of Air. I love this card, guys. The Six of Air is like, always look to sunnier skies, right? The Six of Air, it just talks about being really optimistic, looking forward and seeing, you know, things like the sun will come up tomorrow, basically, you know, and just keep on trucking, keep on going through what you're going through, because, you know, nothing lasts forever. Everything is just a season in your life, and you could be having a rough day or whatever, or you could be having a rough decade, but things do turn around. It's like life is a bit of a roller coaster. So it's like you understand from watching some maternal figure, and I'm really getting the sense that for some of you it's definitely not your mother figure, right? There's somebody else that was a really strong maternal figure in your life. So I'm seeing that the qualities here and the messages could be coming from somebody other than your bloodline. Okay, so there's a really strong influence there, and understanding that, you know, the sun will come up tomorrow, and that, you know, there's always a smoother sail on the horizon. So this is a really great quality, and having that optimism can really carry you through some really dark or really troubled times. So this one, what is the worst quality I inherited from my mother? Okay, so this is the Messenger of Air. So you can see here that this person has their eyes closed, right? And you've got, it's a messenger, so she's the page. So it's saying like maybe not really listening to other people, or a lack of understanding of other people, and that could have come from your mother. Like maybe she didn't understand you, or she didn't listen to you, so you kind of inherited that, like just not wanting to listen to other people's point of view, maybe just totally shutting people out if you didn't hear what you wanted to hear right away. So this is a really difficult quality to overcome, I think, especially if you grew up watching it, you know, and maybe like not waiting patiently for the things that need to come into your life. I saw something the other day, you guys. It was like, you need to be strong enough to have the patience to wait for the thing that you deserve. And sometimes you're not getting the messages from other people because you don't have the patience to listen to them, you know. And that could be, it's definitely partly because you're Aries and you just want to get to the point. Like, just give me the news, not the weather. Like, you know, like really just don't flower things up. but that could be a learned behavior too from your mother. So there's a lot going on here in this card, and the eyes are closed, and it's really causing this here because you don't know who to listen to anymore, because I don't really think that you got good advice when you were growing up. Either that, or the advice was so wrapped up in prose that you tuned out. You're like, oh, this is so boring. What are you even talking about anymore? So what did my mother hope for me? This is a really beautiful card here, you guys. I've got the 8 of fire, so, your mother really wanted you to have this great, like, ebullient life of, really just being able to do whatever you want when you want and have this amazing, beautiful personality. And maybe for some of you that didn't always shine through because, you never know what people are going through on their journey too. And it's really true that parents grow up with their children, and there's no guidebook, for raising children. And if you didn't have a very good childhood, like, how do you stop the cycle? So no matter what your childhood was like, your mother really truly wanted you to have this active, beautiful, happy life with the 8 of fire, and just, have everything happen for you that you ever wanted to happen. So this is a beautiful card. So no matter what your relationship is, your mother always wanted the best for you. So I love that. What did my mother have to sacrifice for me? So we've got the Page of Water. So this is an intense card, you guys. The page is like, I really see here that somehow your mother might have had to give up, like, the grand love of her life. Something that, and it could have been a job offer, it could have been somebody, like a person, there's something, I really see your mother had to give up something very significant to her. And it was happening probably at the same time. There was something that was just about to happen, significant in your mother's life, and then she realized, or she got notified that she was expecting you. So there was something, and there was a decision that had to be made. And I can see it was probably a difficult one. But because this is the water and this is like emotion, she loved you even more than the sacrifice that she had to make. So yeah, there's a lot of troubled water here is what I'm seeing. There's a lot of like difficulty, and it's probably still going. There's probably still a bit of a turbulence within your relationship, but you might not even be aware of it. So what lesson did my mother learn because of me? The 5 of Water. To not look back. There is a lot of, I'm seeing here a lot of like swirling emotion going on here. And your mother, she seems to have learned that everything is mixed together with the 5 of Water. It's like all the emotion in the world, it all sort of, and I'm seeing like almost like, a whirlpool. It's like everything meets together and blends together, and it goes to the bottom, and then it comes back to the top again, and there's just really sort of this endless emotional swirling. And there's just something that was just so overwhelming about your mother bringing you into this world that she could have looked backward and really dwelled on making that choice, because women do have a lot of choices when it comes to having a family, right? So there was something that was decided, okay, well, this is what's happening right now, so I'm going to make the choice to be a mother and give up, either this relationship or this job or this opportunity to move. So there's this sort of melancholy wrapped in around it, but it's like, it's almost like you know, those ice cream cones that are 2 different flavors, and it's like her greatest joy is wrapped alongside her greatest sorrow. And she learned to always carry both at the same time and do her best not to show it to you. So if you've ever had the feeling that, you know, your mother is sort of standoffish, it's because she's sort of dealing with that underlying whirlpool, swirly ice cream, and it's been the heartbeat of her entire life. So there's a lot going on here with the relationship with you and your maternal influence, and she still carries this, but she looks at you with the utmost joy. But it's always going to be a flip-flop for her. And I think for many of you, you've had to carry that, because even though it may be unspoken, it's palpable. So very interesting reading for you guys. So I really hope this helped to illuminate the relationship between you and your mother. And yeah, let me know what you think of the read, guys, and just sending love and light. Okay, take care. Bye.